This is a public service announcement. Viewer discretion is advised. If you find any of the following content vulgar, crude, or otherwise offensive, please leave a comment telling us why, then promptly piss off.
Tonight, we are going to witness the most anticipated match in the history. Ladies and gentlemen,
are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? I said, are you ready for this? Are you ready?
We're back. Dashley. Let's go.
That's
shit.
right.
Uh-oh.
We back.
Dash
in the
around.
place to
Dashley.
be. Dashley TV, baby.
Are you ready?
I am. Are you? Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Sudden death, let's begin. Push a button. I came to scrim. Countdown to the end. Gonna wreck shit again. Bodies disappearing. Snipers pointed at your head. Rockets got it. Sparks off flying. Leave your mama crying. Triple kill without trying. Robot armies dying. SMGs making enemies out your best friend. Dashley countdown. Let the new season begin. SMGs making enemies out your best friend. Dashley countdown. Let the new season begin. Dash around. Dash around. Pick up your gun and get down.
Yo,
Dash
yo,
around.
yo.
Dash around. Pick up your gun and get down.
We are back for another round of matchups in the place to be. Dre Day with my homie on the follow cam. Thank you so much, Gatsby, the Gap Masculine Bop, and the lady of Dltv. We got USPS. Let's get to it. What's our matchup?
Pick up your gun and get down.
We've got Ajax versus HHI.
Woo!
Pick up your gun and
This is
get
going to be a
down.
really good match. I'm looking forward to this one.
Pick up your gun and
We're
get
breaking in
down.
quick because they're already discussing things. I don't know what's going on. They're having a meeting. They might be unionizing. We might have to send in some union busters. They're selling Amway to each other.
You gotta get everyone in on Amway. It's the only way to make money.
It's the only way. Hyper Dash Amway. Allegedly. I don't know if I can say that legally. But we're waiting for the matchup start. What do we got first up? We got Payload.
Well,
Okay.
it looks like when people are exiting the server, I'm wondering if they maybe selected the wrong map. I'm not sure. But we've had 3 people drop over the last couple of last 20 seconds or so. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Maybe to change tags. I don't know. I don't know for sure.
While we sort this out, why don't you go ahead and tell us the news that you just broke a minute ago? What was going on?
So I'm still waiting for final confirmation, but it does look like the upcoming match following this one between D and Arc, which would be the finals rematch from last season, may have to be forfeited by Arc due to players dropping unexpectedly at the final hour.
Okay.
So that's a shame if that happens, because that was going to be a really exciting matchup. But also, totally understand, because sometimes real life gets in the way of VR, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. I
So
know.
it sounds like in the comments they all hopped out to double check that they were in seated mode correctly, which is extremely important.
Yeah.
Tell us
Good
the rules
call.
on seated mode, USPS.
All right, give me a second.
Okay.
Seated mode's a confusing one for me. I don't use it, so I'm not exactly sure. Maybe Gatsby could tell us better.
Hey, Atari's flirting with us. Hey, I like it.
Atari is, yeah. Getting all up in the business.
He's like, hey, you come here often? Yeah, actually, I've been here all day. Dark Ghost, what's up, man?
Give me 1 second, and I'm going to pull up the rules so I can make sure that I can properly explain this.
All right.
Oh, that's what I'm doing. For some reason, I closed out my rules page from last map. I don't know what I was thinking. Of course, I need the rules.
Of course you knew the rules. Here the rules are.
The rules are. Rules are.
All right, But I'm really excited for this match. My team Fire just scrimmed with Ajax not too long ago, and they're a great team. I mean, it's a great group of guys. Really, they were all super kind. Gave us some pointers after the scrim, which is always really nice. But HHI's got a whole roster of great guys also. So this is going to be a really good match. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Third matchup of the night. Dashley, let's go.
Let's go. All right, so we got the new addition to HHI, Mr. Maverick, in the house. This guy is an absolute killer. He doesn't know the definition of hold back.
He doesn't know the definition of buy one graphics card, so you don't have to sell one.
Yeah. If anyone's looking for a graphics card, you can hit Maverick up, but also you can just ignore it because he's trying to... I bet you're going to see him post in the middle of this game. Like, while he's in the game, he's going to post in the comment section and be like, hey, does anyone want a graphics card?
I feel like I've disappointed Oralcom by not knowing the rule.
You saw that? what did he say? What did he say? He said she didn't know the rule by heart? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
So sorry.
I'm so sorry.
But this is definitely...
I just got this job.
It did. I've only been in this job for like a week or two.
By cycle 2, she'll have all the rules memorized and she'll be able to just recite them like Pledge of Allegiance.
Look,
I'm not
Dre,
sure what.
version 2.415, revision 95 says.
Oh, look at Maverick flanking back there.
Yeah, Maverick just gets all up in your face. Now he has to double back and chase it back. What's going on?
What?
I just don't understand what just happened there. What on earth? That was wild. Wondering if they forgot what team they were on for a second.
Oh. Hey, by the way, a lot of my music gets blocked. I don't know why, but in Cuba, Iran, North Korea, and Syria. You tell me why.
Jay, I couldn't hear you there. You cut out.
Yeah, you cut out.
Oh, I was just saying, my music gets blocked in North Korea, Cuba, Syria, and I forgot what the other one I said was.
That's unfortunate.
Well, apologies to all of our North Korean viewers right now. We know we've got a big following there,
do.
but sorry if the music isn't working out.
Oh, I'm caught in the net. Hold on.
They can still stream the game though. They can just play their own music at home. This is a really good push by HHI though, for sure.
Yeah, 4 minutes and they're coming around that curve. That's what you like to see if you're on the blue team.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to fix my mic so I don't break out.
My God, Dre, come on.
Yeah. Jesus. Act like you've been here before.
Alright, let's see how Ajax sets up right here at this choke point.
Oof. Got caught slipping. Dark Ghost.
Got Maverick, top overall, Moderation on the other side. Those are a couple of
Killers.
Hell's Hitman OGs over there. Yeah. And it's cool to see the OG UNSC captains playing in this one too. You got Mod and Style Dev. I'm over there 15-8 right now, so maybe not getting as many cart push points, but he's certainly getting those kills.
Lord Style Div.
Looks like Dark Ghost is doing a sneaky sneak.
Indeed. Oh, yeah, and he's going to take that entire run, take all the dashes, which is a smart move, because that's just taken down all but one dash that the other team, and he is a killer with these SMGs. He loves them so much. So that's a really interesting path that he takes, because he can flank all the way around, take those dashes, and get the SMGs and just start causing trouble. Look at that.
Whenever I play with them, I always have to worry about him taking my guns. I think that's why he always plays against me, because he's like, oh man, I don't want to deal with this guy taking my guns.
And he's doing it again. This is 3 runs all the way around if he's able to complete this. Absolutely wild.
Sorry. Keep going. thought we were going to checkpoint. Look, he's still going. He's still going. Oh, he finally got him.
That was really impressive.
Ooh,
Here we go. Here we go.
checkpoint,
Here we go.
checkpoint.
Checkpoint.
Oh, very close. Very close. One more big coordinated push and they can get
With the
through
shield.
it. Oh,
With the
and you
shield.
got Mr. V.
They got it. They got it.
From
They got it.
behind.
Checkpoint. Woo.
Ooh, that was awesome.
Mr. Soap clearing out Slosh from the side. Got Mr. versus Mr. there.
Is that about 2 minutes left on the clock when they got there?
Yeah. Yeah, that was good work, and you can see that payload's pretty much undisturbed, so HHI is doing a fantastic job of pushing up in front of the payload action and really disrupting the path to cart.
Wow, they're letting
Taking
them
a
push
nice-
that cart way too far.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is just booking down
Taking a
the
nice
line right now. Really
peaceful
impressive.
ride down the road.
Let's watch Lord Style Dev here for a minute, setting up around the corner.
That's a tricky spot. They won't see you there.
Why'd you jump over the payload? Get on the payload. There you go. That's why. I hate when they tell you, like, jump on the payload. I'm like, I'm just gonna die. I'm gonna jump on it for a second.
Mr. V wants his sniper, but he gets taken down there.
There, still pushing, still pushing. Still moving. Nope.
Wipe your feet really good on the rhythm rug. If you feel the urge to freak, do the jitterbug. Come and spread your arms if you really need a hug. After saying a big shrug. I like bullshit. That's what I love.
Looks like they're coming in. HHI's coming in with pretty well coordinated group pushes.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's what it looks like.
Yeah, and HHI is one of those teams that a lot of it's coming from the fact that they've all played so long. Due to the fact that they're all international, it's a little bit harder for them to get a lot of practices in. But eventually, as you continue to play with these people, you start learning those tendencies. And what I think the biggest difference has been recently for HHI is they've now locked in some of those strong, aggressive players. So like a Dark Ghost, like a Lord Graham, like a Maverick, and that complements some of those I wouldn't call specialty players, but specialized players like Mr. V, so that Mr. V using snipers or using, as we'll probably see him when they flip sides, using a rocket, it makes it that much more potent.
They are not seeing Style Dev and whoever down, who's that down there? Oh, that was moderation behind them. They kept looking forward.
Yeah. Ooh, great push there. And Mr. Soap has actually recently picked up that new style. He's got that sprint straight down really nicely.
I always hear people talking about how sprint strafing is bad and should be banned, but I mean, it's part of the game. You know, you practice it, you get better at it, and then you get to utilize it. And if you don't, then you don't, you know?
Oh, for sure. And I don't know
they're
if
just
anyone's
old
advocating
school.
for it to be banned. I think that there's a lot of people that were around the alpha before sprinting was introduced that felt like it really kind of changed the meta of the game in a pretty significant way.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I do think that the one aspect of it that I would like them to change is the fact that there is no there's no adjustment for momentum. So basically, you can sprint one way full speed and double back, and you don't change. Your pace doesn't change at all. And so I think that the inertia should be something that's factored in. So if you try to double back your sprint, it should slow you down as you're changing direction. Because right now the sprint strafing, you can sprint in a crazy circle, in a way that's very difficult to be shot, and it kind of takes the meta away from the dashing of Hyper Dash and more into this, moving in a small circle as quickly as possible. So that's, I think, really what the people that are advocating that are coming from.
They're just old. They can't get they can't get the new time.
I mean, yes, a lot of us are old comparatively.
Old dog new
Not all of
tricks.
us can do what Rekko or Laggy does with their sprinting.
Old dog new tricks. But we coming up on 3
Yeah.
minutes. HHI.
Doing great work here.
Oh,
92%.
Mr. Stubbs doing good play.
Damn, they're making great
Look
time.
at that. You
Oh,
see
wow.
HHI getting kind of set up on the
Yeah.
upper area there. Nice to see. Ooh.
Here it
Dark
comes.
Ghost, wow, with a great pick.
Here we go.
So they
There is-
they got doubles.
Oh!
They got doubles there. Wow. So 243. That is a rough one.
Top
That's
dashers.
going to be tough to overcome.
We got
Top
Maverick.
dashers, unsurprisingly, Maverick and Lord Grim right there at the very top. And then you've got Atari holding up the top spot. And you're going to see Soap. Look at that. Soap going all the way back to the payload end goal to pick up double shock. So you're going to see someone else from HHI pick up the forward shock. So they're going to probably have 2 double shock users, I imagine, at the start of this payload.
Okay, I was just thinking, I was like, why does he not just go for that front shock? But you're right, someone else is getting it.
Yeah, so this is something that we figured out a while back, is that if you move quickly, you can go all the way back and pick up double shocks, and then if you're able to grab a dash along the way, you're able to arrive before the payload starts. And so as a result, you can have 2 shock users, and looks like they're using rocket users as well. So I think right off the bat, HHI had 3 heavy weapons users. And that definitely causes a lot of problems for that initial push.
Atari's doing a great job on the cart right there, though. Doing a little squatty dance.
Yeah.
It's Atari.
You know what?
Let's go to Atari real quick.
Good.
Ah, right when
Curse
of the cam.
Hey, come on, man.
Sorry, I ain't gonna say nothing no more.
Do that to our boy.
He's getting right back on, though, right?
It's murder.
Ooh. And then he dies again.
They're attacking that payload really nice.
They are, but Mr. V, and let me see if I
Who's
can
our
find him
Rocketeer?
here real quickly. Mr. V is, so Mr. V is in my opinion, the best at actually the rocket's guidance. You can see him, how he's able to loop them around the pillars. So even through that small little tunnel area, he's able to get those to land and cause splash damage on the cart. Look at that.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, he's got a nice little hook to that. He's the
So
Kershaw.
even there, it didn't land, but it still caused splash damage. You saw the hit marker.
He's like, I'm gonna give you guys the 1-2.
See, I remember when there was a ledge right there under the hyper dash, and that was awful. I hated that.
Oh, it's so good though.
That was so good.
Good ledge. And then the other ledge at the start was also fantastic. There used to be one right up there where the Hyperdash logo is there, where Maverick is standing. And that was also another great ledge. And so they kind of they took away all of these different spots you can kind of hide out in.
They don't let you hide.
Very sad.
Any hiding spot I ever had, they
I'm
took
sure
it away.
Orklum's in the chat, and we already had this conversation, but Orklum, bring back my ledges.
Nah.
Bring them back.
No
I
ledges.
download the ledges.
No ledges.
Don't listen to USPS. She doesn't even have the rules memorized.
Oh,
No ledges.
don't at me like that.
I mean, allegedly there was ledges. There's no ledges now.
So you got Frozen Galaxy with Atari behind him, taken out by Lord Grim.
And HHI is doing a really good job here of controlling that lobby area.
Yeah.
They're not just pushing directly down, they're actually holding positions in there. So you have Maverick that just, all he's going to do is going to charge straight down that rail, as you can see him moving right there. And then you have Grim and Mr. V and a couple of their players that are just swarming the area, so as soon as someone hits that cart, down they go. Looks like we might have a flanker.
Mother
here.
flanker.
Find him. Mr. V's trying to track him down right now.
Coming around the corner. There she comes. Who's our Rocketeer? Is that Mr. V? Oh, who's that? Yeah,
That's
Mr. V.
Mr. V.
And somebody
it's
else.
always going to be Mr. V.
Oh, I can't catch
See
him.
if we can find him.
Too fast.
Where is he? There he is. Yep.
Ooh, what is this, a trickle? Group up, guys.
Tell him, girl.
Absolutely.
Got him. Come on, man. Where are they at? Yeah, where are they at? I haven't seen no action in a while.
Yeah, he's got someone up there. He spotted them. He was able to get a hit registered on there.
Mr. V with one rocket this time.
Coming in.
Yeah, it's I think a little bit of I'm not sure if panic by Ajax, but they're not synced up when it comes to they clearly have someone that's goal is to disrupt, but the disruption is not in timing with the people hitting the payload itself.
Yeah.
And so if you don't have that linked up, then it causes a lot of problems because you may have a disruptor that gets 2-3 kills or brings someone maybe chases Mr. V off of his ledge, but if you're not getting a push while that's happening, it really doesn't do that much.
Exactly.
So we're down to about a minute and a half left.
And I think that's why I forgive Makers for what happened. Like he wasn't. It's not that he went down for the. It's just that he was waiting for somebody to help him out with the button.
No, I don't forgive Makers. Makers is should be blamed for all eternity. I've already said this.
No.
All right, so we saw one of them go to the left. I wonder if they got taken out already.
Yeah, let's track and see. Let's take a look at the blue team. So they're trying to link up here. Atari with a couple great picks. He's gonna flank behind.
Ooh, steal those dashes.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
Interesting. Oh, Mr. V saw him though. Just fully tracked with him there.
Oh my God! 40 seconds. I don't want to see the end here. Come on, 30 seconds. Let's go. Let's go.
Come on, guys.
Honestly, as long as Mr. V's up in this position, it's going to be tough. They're going to have to really... And that's what Maverick does. When you don't have the ability to even leave your spawn without Maverick running into you headlong,
Here we go.
it doesn't even matter if he gets a bunch of kills. It just disrupts the organization that you're trying to utilize.
10,
Ooh.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Oh, man.
They can get overtime?
Oh, they got a little bit of overtime, but no.
No.
No. HHI takes it before checkpoint.
Wow.
Here we go. EquipVR.io scores and stats. Damn, that was...
Take a look and see Maverick there, just reminding everyone that he's an absolute beast.
Monster.
73 kills.
Wow.
And that was pretty much on the red side there. He was tied with Grim for kills when they were on the blue side, and so all of those kills were him just literally just pushing down that main rail and getting up into Ajax's face and getting picks, disrupting their grouping, and you saw that impact the movement to cart. There was significant stretches where you really only saw one person at a time reach the cart area, and I am quite positive that wasn't for a lack of trying. It was just when you have those aggressive players, it really disrupts the organization that you want to maintain.
I mean, I honestly don't feel too bad because Ajax just smashed my team with those rockets and we did not recover. So that's what I have to say about that.
Ice cold!
I love it. I love it. I don't feel bad for them because they killed us. I love it.
How does that medicine taste? Your own flavored?
Huh. Damn. Cold-blooded.
So, but good job. Congrats to HHI on that first map. I'm a little sad to see a waterway for this second map. I wanted to see some quarry action, but
you and I both.
Yeah, but I think especially for HHI, they're gonna always prefer this map because, and here's what I'm predicting right here. I think we're about to see Stonebread come in. And they're going to utilize those double snipers with Mr. V and Stonebread. Stonebread usually plays a little bit further back. And then Mr. V is going to be incredibly aggressive. You're going to see him with a shield and sniper push into the enemy base. And it's a really fascinating play style. He does a lot of damage on the rails because his hitbox is just so small. And yep, there he is, right on schedule. Stonebread's in. So what's really fascinating about this strategy is they've tried to utilize this before, but when they didn't have the killers up front, it meant that the snipers were under too much pressure. now when you have a Maverick, you have a Lord Grim, you have a Dark Ghost, and these players are just so good. They're so aggressive. They cause so many problems. That offense provides defense for their snipers, and then they have room to operate. I'm pretty sure that the last time that we saw HHA on Waterway, Stonebread went 15-0 for the entire map. He did not die.
Really?
Yeah.
He did, yeah. It was really impressive. Stonebread's
So
one of my
we'll
favorite snipers to watch.
See how Ajax is able to deal with that, because a lot of those players are very familiar with what HHI is going to try to do here. So I wouldn't imagine that Stonebread is going to be able to maintain a clean KD, a perfect KD in this situation, but we'll see what happens.
Hey, Doofus.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if they try to take the snipers from him in their base before he can get to them.
It wouldn't be a bad tactic, because there's 2 of them that need the sniper.
Mm-hmm. I think that'll be good. I'm excited for this one. They've got how many minutes? 7 more minutes till they need to get going. Follow the rules.
This is like, let's fucking go.
Hey Doofus, if you're out there, if you're watching the stream, come join us in the booth, man. I saw you send me a message on
Doof in
Discord.
the booth, man. It's time.
Yeah, Doofus.
You might be awake by now.
Awake?
Doofus, I don't want to put you on the spot, but this is going to impact your salary.
It will. It will
If you don't
actually.
show up.
Yeah, you won't get your SAG card if you don't do the hours. And by SAG, I mean like you can sag your pants. I give you permission. Thank you to everybody watching. I know it's been a long day. We're still going strong. We just got the news that we might not have a 4th matchup at 3 o'clock, but the one at 7 is still on. Other versus TMNM. I think it's gonna be good, but what do I know? Gaspy, what do you think about that match? What do you think is gonna happen in that match? You think TMM's gonna finally take it? Oh.
The TMNM versus other match?
Yeah.
I mean, completely non-biased. TMNM's going to get their butts handed to them.
Completely unbiased.
No, it's gonna be a super good match. I don't know what kind of lineup they're gonna run out. TMNM obviously has a large roster, and all of them are just fantastic players. But I'm pretty happy with others' roster as well. You know, we got our new guys, 1UP, Crit, and Lil Bit that are doing serious work, and then you've got some veterans like Outsider, who has been around since early alpha, and he's just, I don't know how, like through all of the changes, he has just always been very, very good at the game. He's sneaky, he's very tactical, just an intelligent player. And then, Lat, but Lat's just, you have to have a weak link on every team, right? So, that's Lat. No, I appreciate and love every person on our team. Lat's just our scapegoat.
Others like McDonald's, they give jobs to everybody, and you know what I mean by everybody.
Do we know what we mean by jobs? But yeah, no, I think it's going to be a really fun match. You got Percent and Doof, who are awesome people, and Nept is another guy that I get along super well with. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited to see how it goes.
And USPS, you got a matchup tomorrow, right?
Yes, Fire versus FR tomorrow. On the last day that we can do it.
Just squeezing it under the wire.
We call that the Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I'm excited though. FR is a really good team, and I know they've been practicing a lot, but so have we. So I'm looking forward to it tomorrow.
Awesome. So you're still going to commentate though during the match, right?
Yeah.
Possibly. I don't think we've picked our lineup out just yet. So if I'm not playing, I'll hop on.
Now I want to hear you in the game.
Yes, let's get it.
I want you to be playing and commentating at the same time.
He said. Yep.
And watch Maverick. He's going to get so aggressive here. He's going to push all the way in their base immediately.
But taken out.
But But here's the thing. It honestly, what Maverick does so well is that his aggression is such a game changer that it doesn't even matter if he gets the kill, because it changes the behavior of the other team. Even in that moment, after they killed him, there was sort of a hesitation, and you had 3 or 4 Ajax players that are just sort of sitting in the base, unsure about whether or not to push up or stay defensive.
That's true. That's a good point. Can we see Stonebread? I saw a gold sniper a second ago.
Where are you, Stonebread? There he is.
Oh, with the shield, just like we thought. I like how he bounces up and down and just drops down.
Yeah, and he's basically just controlling the mid and the bottom rail. That's his job, to suppress the attack. Look at that. Ooh. Picked off.
So is the shield really working to his advantage there in this moment?
I think what it is that they saw early that Ajax was actually trying to use some pistol snipers to suppress their own snipers. So the shield is protecting from just those kind of scattered shots that they'll send his way.
Red team countered. Red team scores countered.
Ooh, nice map.
See what Mr. V is doing here.
Red team scores 3, 2, 1. Red team.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good back and forth there for a while.
That was.
Go.
So I want to watch what Mr. V does here, because it looks like he's going to cap and he's going to grab Sniper in a moment here, I assume. And then what's fascinating about Mr. V is he's one of the few players that with a sniper plays very aggressively. I think as soon as they have B, he's going to move up forward. But he'll oftentimes, if he knows someone's behind him, he'll lift that shield up. Ooh, there, down he goes. He'll actually put the shield essentially on his back to cover his backside as he's riding that bottom rail.
Wow. I just can't get behind shields yet.
Well, you're supposed to be behind it. Don't get in front of it. It doesn't work the same.
Yeah, that's probably why you haven't been effective.
True.
You need to get behind it, and then you're fine.
Yeah, it works a lot better that way.
Cool. And Style right there is one of those guys that absolutely knows how to deal with those snipers. You know, same clan. They've been playing together since the very beginning.
Red team counters in red team scores countered.
And again, I think you're just seeing Ajax have too many people sitting in their base for too long on these counters. They need to have people that are pushing out to B more consistently.
Blue takes B.
So I just find it interesting when pressing the button, you know, do you swipe the button or do you press the button?
I stomp it.
Stomp it, okay.
I just keep like, like.
Red takes B.
I'm a fan of the swipe, I would say.
Blue takes B. Red takes B.
Ooh, nice Stonebread.
See, what's strange right now is I'm thinking about it, and I'm not even sure what I do. I think it's just instinctive. I haven't even really thought about it. Oh, Mr. V just being so rude with that.
Red takes B.
Alright, Whoopsie says she swipes and then complains when it doesn't register. Whoopsie says swipe right below.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I actually put my hand under the top lip of the button, so like right underneath that kind of extended lip on the very top, I think is where I put my hand.
Red team scores countered.
Look at Stoned here. Just utilizing that offhand to steady.
Love the gold weapons.
Red takes C.
Nice. Look at Stonebread with that.
Red team scores 3 countered.
Oh, that was sneaky. That was a really nice play, actually.
Red team scores 3, 2 countered.
Oh,
The
where was the button holding when you needed it?
Red takes B.
And you just see Ajax is just so bottled up in their own base right now.
Alright, so it sounds like from the consensus from the crowd is that you swipe the button. And you don't drop on top of it.
You don't body slam the button?
Yeah, I think everyone's just so used to swiping. It's just part of human nature nowadays.
Blue takes B.
That was good.
Yeah, Atari is just camping their own button, which is really interesting. I
Red takes C.
considering how little attack they've generated, I don't know if that's the right move in the situation.
Right. I would say he didn't even get a shot in before he got taken out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Red team scores 3. Countered.
I drop an elbow on the button.
You drop an elbow, just a pile drive on the
Yeah,
button.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
I've gone through 4 buttons.
Oof, and Mod just taken right out.
And
Red team scores.
respect to Ajax because they've countered a lot of this, but again, they're not doing much to relieve the pressure. They're just sort of stopping the bleeding, and that's maybe not going to lose you a game, but it's certainly not going to win you the game.
Speaking of bleeding, I'll just bring up the new Soul team, Blood. Any EU players looking for a team?
Yeah. So is that how it's pronounced? It's Blood.
Blue takes C.
Yeah.
So what is the percent symbol mean in that?
Double O's.
Scores 3.
It's the O's, yeah.
Oh, it's the double O's. Okay, that makes more sense.
It's
I think percent.
It's a
I think
it's a more
TMM percent is very confused by it and may try to sue in Dash Court. We'll see. We'll see.
I'll take that case.
Red takes
But
B.
I think it's just a more compact way to say his name.
Red takes B.
Compact.
Red team scores.
I swear I know English.
So I'm just wondering. I'm wondering. So if we have a blood team, what's the?
1. Countered.
Ooh, huge counter! Wow.
Nice counter.
Scores 3. 2.
See if they can do it again. They have 2 players.
Red team scores 8.
It just does not stop. Oh, Maverick's gun sitting on top of the button. That's always fun when that happens. Can we see the top dashers real quickly, Dre?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we got Style Dev for Ajax with a 31-23, but he's the only one that's surpassed 20 kills. So that's pretty wild. That's pretty indicative. And then you've got everyone on HHI's side with over 20 kills.
I find it interesting that Style Dev has less points than the top dasher on HHI. KD is not what matters on this map.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's getting so many points from counters. HHI has not had many opportunities to win points off of counters.
Blue takes B.
Track Style Div here for a
Red
little
takes
bit.
B. Red team scores in.
I mean, HHI is doing a great job of getting in the honey in the base, but
And honestly, since that cap, Ajax has done a really good job of holding on to this, but they just need more of that attack.
Red
We'll
takes
see what
B.
happens.
15 minutes, 15 and 45.
Ooh, good kill by Style. Man, another one of these OG players, and even he had to take some time off from league-related activities, and he still just comes back in. Oh my god, look at that headshot.
Killer.
So rude.
Killed by Maverick, of course.
Of course.
Red team scores. Countered.
Look at that. Look right in there.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh, button holding.
Yeah.
This round.
Oh man.
Woo! HHI with the two zips. Come on. Come with it.
Match point. First.
HHI was one of those teams that struggled a little bit at the beginning of last season and then came on really strong later on.
Red takes B.
As we advanced into the second half of the season, and I think you're seeing that momentum carry over. I think they're going to be one of those teams that's going to really dominate.
Teams, cap your button.
Blue takes B.
There's kids in
Again, I
Somalia
think
though don't
I
have
think
buns
that
to
was an
cap.
intentional choice by Mr. V there. I think that he was actually waiting for them to cap C, because if you cap C and the button doesn't go off, they're able to kind of coordinate and make sure they have the bodies where they want them to be.
Okay. Sorry, I'm a dumbass. Don't listen to me.
I just, man, never question Mr. V, because he'll snipe you through the streaming screen. He'll get you. He's accurate enough.
Blue takes
Tell me to
lead.
plug something into my 48 volt something and then fry myself. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that, man.
Red takes lead.
And that's what causes your system to crash every now and then, Dre. It's just Mr. V gets pissed off at you and he snipes you.
Speak of the devil, it's
and it
gone.
just shuts down.
My sister, I got. Hey, look at! I got booted out of the server.
Why did
What'd
you
I
do
tell
that,
you?
Matthew?
Don't question Mr. V, man. He's got all sorts of crazy connections.
All right, I gotta go to this one, and you're taking over. So do the. Hold on. There we go. All right, I gotta get. I gotta get.
Bring it up real quickly. The scores and stats.
Oh, it's over. Okay.
Yeah, they just capped the final point. There it was.
All right.
Screenshot it.
50 and 33 for Maverick. That's ridiculous. Like how much of how far beyond anyone else that is. And he gets the most interactions per map. He does all of that. But Style Dev, great showing there. You can just see the rest of the team, I think, just sort of struggled to get out of the base. And HHI was able to just keep that pressure on until they broke. So props to HHI. Man, they're looking real dangerous.
All right. Well, they changed the password, so I don't want to say. All right.
They changed the password.
Yeah.
We just changed the password.
I don't know, but we got the.
Hang on, let me go yell at people.
We're good. We got the scoreboard. Thank you for that matchup. HHI took it. That's awesome.
Awesome job.
Yeah, Ajax. Like in every match, there's winners and losers. But thank you to Ajax. Thank you to HHI for performing this match. Everybody's just dropping out really fast. What's going on?
Well, I think game's done. I don't know what else to say. I think they were just done.
All right, so let's get the heck out of here. Do we know for officially if Ark is gonna play versus D, or are we still on the fence?
I still haven't gotten final confirmation, but I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be forfeited.
All right, so the next matchup is at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Other versus team name. Let's get it going. Right? You guys gonna join me for that one too?
Yep, I'll stay up late for Dashley.
You two, Gatsby, you gonna join us for that one?
For TMM versus other?
Yeah.
I mean,
didn't you just say that you got it's part of the contract? You got to play and talk.
Oh no, not for me. That's just USPS.
All right. All right, but I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you to all the teams that have played up to this point. Your MMR is going to be calculated and added up. I don't know what the heck any of that means, but I feel like I have to say something about that because everybody likes to talk about it. Do you know what MMR is, Gatsby?
Do I know what MMR is?
Yeah.
Are we talking about what it actually is or what Midnight says it is?
What does Midnight say it is?
I believe it's measles, mumps, and rubinella or something like that.
There you go. All right. Any shout-outs you want to give out, Gatsby? Thank you for joining me all day, man. I couldn't do it without you. Help me with the follow cam. Like I said, I got lazy, so thanks for taking care of that for me. Any shout-outs?
Shout-outs to Mav for being a total beast. Shout-outs to HHI for just showing up so strong in that game. Ajax is not an easy opponent, but they really just established the attack on the front foot, and they did not let off the gas the entire game. And you just saw, even with the talent that Ajax has, they were able to hold them off for a while, but eventually HHI just found a way to break through. So great aggressive play by them. I'm excited to see them continue on through the season. Keep on racking up those rank points.
Rack them up. Thank you, USPS, for joining us. I know it wasn't easy trying to get home in time for this, but thank you for doing it. Any shout-outs you want to give out?
I'll just give a shout out to you first, of course, Dre. Doing Dash League all day. Shout out to Ajax, HHI. Shout out to my clan in the Soul server. I want to give a shout out to Blueberry also with his new Archon server. He's got a lot of great new players in there with a lot of potential. And I'm actually hoping that they turn into a team as well. So quick shout out to them. And then I want to give a shout out to Desi because he asked for it. And then thanks for having me on.
All right, let's get the shout outs to the board like always. The board, for the Dash League, we couldn't do it without you guys. And shout outs to Triangle Factory for this awesome game. Buy it; it's about to be released. First quarter, make sure you buy it and buy a copy for your mom, even though she doesn't want it. Just tell her she does. And shout outs to my clan, Hell's Hitmen. Shout outs to my team, Phoenix and D. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thank you so much. Peace. See you guys at 7 p.m. Come back. Make sure you watch that. All right, peace.
Bye, Jay.